What is going on, YouTube? So I'm sitting here with my little shit-making dog right here, Vic. He's all tired. He's done pooped and pissed and threw up on everything. But anyway, we're sitting there watching a movie. We're watching the Evel Knievel biography. Pretty interesting. Anyway, you know what, Vic? I need you to stay here for a little bit because I'm going to go ride my motorcycle. So, as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. What is going on, YouTube? Man, it is cold as balls out here, dude. But I was like, man, I'm going to get out here and do a video. But anyway, earlier today, I was talking to Shen, and I was like, man, help me come up with an idea to make a motor vlog. And he's like, well, talk about somebody famous on motorcycles. And the first name that popped in my head was Evel Knievel. That dude was amazing. I guess I remember mainly his crash at Caesar's Palace. I guess he was trying to jump over the fountain, but it didn't go all so good for him, and he seriously fucked himself up. But anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time today and learn a little bit more about him. So I watched a documentary. I watched a special on him on YouTube. Anyway, he is no longer with us. He passed away in 2006, I believe. But guy lived a very interesting life. I guess he would epitomize what an entertainer is. And well, you got to think about a lot of things with him. Going back to, like, what was he riding? He was riding a 70s Harley Davidson. And just to think how far motorcycle technology has gone since then. But I don't know. I mean, as far as rider aids and computers, I guess you really don't need all that shit if you're going to basically haul ass, hit a ramp, and jump over things. You wouldn't have any of that stuff turned on. But I guess bikes nowadays are more powerful. Maybe he could have jumped more buses. Dude jumped over a damn tank filled with sharks. Dude tried to he tried to jump the Grand Canyon in a damn rocket, man. He crashed. He went to London, crashed, trying to jump over 13 buses. I mean, the dude had balls, man. I can't think of a modern performer that would take the risk that dude did, man. I think they said he had like 12 pounds of metal in his body from plates and screws. Like breaking his hip. Dude, I broke my hip. That is some painful shit. But to keep going, to keep trying to do it, you know. I mean, it had to be beyond the money, I guess. It had to be. I mean, there's things you can do for money that wouldn't involve, like, totally wrecking your body. But, I mean, there had to be a passion there for him. The guy lived a very, very interesting life. I looked up some stuff about him. He had tried to rob a bank when he was young. He got put in, he got put in jail for 180 days once for a guy that wrote a book about him. I guess it was the guy that talked negative about his family, and he beat the guy up with a baseball bat, believe it or not. Like I say, just a very interesting character and an entertainer for sure. So if we look at that, you know, he was doing his thing pretty much in the 70s. And look at modern day stunt riders and stuff, you know, I don't see a lot of like jumps like that. I'm not to say that people don't do it. Let me scrub my tires in real quick here before I get into the park. I'm gonna see if this park is open, man, because I'd heard things since the government was shut down. Oh, I'm good. It's open, awesome. But I'd heard that some of these national parks are closed down because of the government. You know, people, I guess there's some type of deal going on where the government shut down. So some parks and federal stuff isn't open, but luckily this is a state park, so I guess it don't apply here. Either way, I'm gonna rip it through this park a little bit. Let me scrub in a little bit more, because you know what? It's cold out here, and anytime you want to hit twisty roads like this, you want to try to at least warm up your tires a little bit. But going back to the topic, man, wow. So I'm wondering, like, what he did in the 70s, how much influence do you guys think that has today? You know, I mean, a lot of these people weren't born when he was doing this thing. You know, it has to come from somewhere. I guess he's like the OG stunt rider. I seen him doing wheelies, stand-up wheelies, stuff like that on a Harley, man. That's not something you see every day. But from looking at his bike, it looked almost like some type of scrambler. You know how the retro bike thing is coming back into fashion. His bike kind of looks like modern day. I guess Ducati makes a scrambler that looks very similar to what he was riding, and also Indian, by the way, has come out with a modern day scrambler that looks very similar to the bike he was riding. But yeah, I find those scrambler bikes very, very interesting. You know me, I don't really ride off-road very often, or actually none at all on my street bikes or anything, or even my scooter. But that might be something I might want to dabble in the future. And I'm kind of a bigger guy, so I don't really know if getting a traditional dual sport or supermoto would be ideal for me. Maybe something with a little bit more power. Like, I would like to ride this, if this FZ07 was set up for off-road usage, light off-road usage, I guess I would definitely be willing to try that. But it's not. It doesn't really have the ground clearance, and it doesn't have knobby tires. The suspension's not good enough for off-road usage. But yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit about Evel Knievel today. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who watches my videos, man. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna take it on in. But hey, if you got an idea for a video, please leave it in the comments below. Till the next time I catch you guys later.